Welcome to the Hatha Flow section of the morning's yoga. Welcome to those of you who weren't here for the gentle yoga, and welcome back to those who were here. So I'm going to be a little bit selfish, I think, this morning, because I'm going to share with you probably the kind of practice I would do quite often myself. And yesterday morning, because I wasn't teaching, and we were in lockdown, I went onto the balcony we have here at Lancaster Co-housing in the sunlight, looking through the trees over the river. So beautiful. And I did exactly what I'm going to share with you now. And I found it very lovely. I hope you do too. It is a salutation-based flow. Some of you, if you're not used to sun salutations, might find it a little bit tricky at first. I'll try and remember to give you alternatives. If you find it really hard, come down and rest in child's pose, which is like this when you come back to sit towards your heels, and you just have a little rest before you join in again. And if the other thing you can do, if the full salutations are too much, you can come into this cat-cow movement, so your spine still benefits fully from the movement you're giving it without you coming into the full sequence. So we're going to start standing. So if you'd like to come to standing and take your feet a little bit further than hip distance apart, and maybe make sure that they're parallel. You'll be soft in the knees. And we're going to start with coming into an ujjayi breath, an ocean breath. So if you already know what this is, you could go ahead and practice, or just come with me and take a full breath in as you lift your arms up. Really feel the expansion in the side ribs. And as you breathe out, open your mouth. Make as much of a ha as you can to feel the coarseness at the back of your throat. Breathing in. So you're really breathing in the morning. And this time, breathing in, and you breathe out, ha, but then you close your mouth. So you might feel the rasping of the air on the back of your throat. Let's try that again, breathing in. And then it's up to you. You could continue now with the mouth closed on the breath in, and the mouth closed on the breath out. So the sensation you're possibly feeling is this reverberation of an ocean breath out through the back of your throat into your skull. If you're making yourself sore in the throat, then you're trying too hard. Really trying to energize through the lifting of the arms and coming down to root through the feet as you drop the arms. Take a couple more in your own time. And this ujjayi breath, you can come to your final one now. This ujjayi breath is something that I invite you to keep throughout the practice until towards the end. Or if it's just not there for you, it doesn't really matter. It's just a particular focus. And then bringing your arms down in front of you, palms facing forwards. We're going to take the breath of joy again, for those of you who've been coming every day. So we take a 3-part in-breath. In, 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 on the out breath. And then in, really filling your lungs in. Pour it all out on the exhalation. In, 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 in. Pour it out on the exhalation. Let's do one more. Breathing in. In, in. And slowly bring yourself up. And just take a moment to feel the earth beneath you through the feet. I hope you've got bare feet. Notice the quality of your breath. Feelings in the abdomen. Incidentally, I sent out a whole lot of music playlists. If anybody wanted to play one now with this class, I would turn it on about now. I don't know how you are with Spotify, but sometimes it's nice to flow to a little bit of music. And then on a breath in, lifting your arms up. And as you breathe out, swan dive down, really lead with the heart. And keep your knees bent if you need to. Chin into your chest. Breathing in, straighten your legs and lift your heart. Really find length in the spine. And breathing out, folding in again. Bring your palms together and breathing in, come all the way up. So we're taking half sun salutations to begin with. And breathe out, hands to your heart. We'll keep going. You can make it almost trance-like if you really follow the breath. And with an ujjayi, it just adds a certain focus, a certain depth and intensity. Breathe out, fold. Palms come down. You're leading with the heart. Come all the way down, chin into your chest. Fingers to the floor or your shins, and breathe in, straighten your legs and brighten your heart. And breathe out, folding in. Palms together, breathing in, come all the way up. Really push the earth away through your feet as you reach up, maybe even a little back bend here. Hands to the heart on the breath out. We'll take 3 more. Breathing in. And breathe out, fold. Really lead with the heart, bend the knees. On a breath in, straighten your legs. Spread across the collarbones and breathe out, fold. So taking it easy because your hamstrings might still be quite stiff. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Maybe a little bit of a back bend if that suits you. Breathing out, fold. Straighten your legs on the breath in and open your heart, lengthen the spine. Breathing out, fold. Palms together, push through the feet as you come all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. And breathe out, hands to the heart. We'll do 1 more half sun salutation. Breathing in. Breathing in the day, breathing out down to the earth. Breathe in space to the body as you straighten your legs. You open your heart. And breathe out, folding in. Palms together, breathing in, coming all the way up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. And for a moment, take your left hand across your heart, your right hand over your left. And you might want to close your eyes. So you come into the felt sensations of your body, the quality of your breath. And then meeting me at the end of your mat for some traditional Surya Namaskar, traditional sun salutations with a few variations. On a breath in, lifting up. And breathing out, fold. So we're saluting the sun, which is very bright here this morning. And then breathe in, straight legs, flat back. And take a big step back with your right foot as you breathe out and bring the knee down. On the breath in, can you sweep your arms up? Only take a little back bend if that's right for you. And breathe out, place your hands down again. And slide the front foot back to a plank. Now if your plank isn't your thing, drop your knees. Take a breath in. And then everybody drop the knees, release the toes, and come all the way down over the front of the body. On a breath in, roll your shoulders up and peel the chest up. Maybe the head comes. Breathing out, come back down. Breathing into all fours. And back to a downward dog. On the next breath in, you're sweeping your right foot forwards. If you need to drop your knees to do that, of course do so. And then we will drop the left knee. And then breathing and sweeping up. Feel out through your fingertips. Breathing out, hands come down. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee. And breathe in straight to your flat back. Breathe out, fold. Palms together now as you breathe in and you come all the way up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. We take that to the left. Breathing in. If you're breathing ujjayi, this must feel really nice. Breathing out, ocean breath. Breathing in, straight legs, flat back. And a big step with your left foot, the knee comes down. Breathing in, sweeping up if that's right for you. Full expansive breath into the chest. And on your breath out, bring your hands down and find your plank or an all fours position. Take a breath in your plank and then drop your knees as you exhale and slowly find the floor with the front of your body. Take it easy with these first few. You can build it up to chaturanga afterwards and breathe in, roll the shoulders, peel the chest up, chin may come up. Breathe out, come back down. Breathing into all fours, find your downward dog. So sun salutations are quite a nice warm-up for the day. They are their own limbering for those of you who didn't do the first part of the practice today. And then looking forwards, and on an inhale, step your left foot forwards and drop the right knee. And breathing and lifting and expanding. And breathing out, hands down. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee. And step delicately to a flat back, straight legs. And exhale, fold. Palms together, breathing in, come all the way up. And breathing out, hands to the heart. So we'll take another round of those traditional Surya Namaskar, but with a little twist. Full breath in, really feel through your feet as you reach up and maybe come back a little. And then breathe out, fold. Breathing in, straight legs, flat back. And take a big step back with your right foot, the knee comes down. Planting your right hand down. And on the breath in, leading with the elbow, twist to the left. And breathe out here. We'll take an extra breath or two to really spin the chest around and to really feel into the inner arm and the armpit through to the fingertips. One more breath in. And on the breath out, place the hand down. Slide your front foot back to plank. And now you have the option. If you want to drop your knees, that's fine. Or you might like to come with me and slowly lower yourself down, maybe even hovering before the front body finds the mat. Release the toes. And then peeling the chest up, roll the shoulders back. And come down. Curl your toes under, breathing into all fours, downward dog. Really tuning into your breath. It's the most important part of the practice, especially when we move a lot, we can forget. And looking forwards and stepping your right foot in between your hands, the left knee comes down. Planting your left hand down and lead with the right elbow as you find your twist, you unfurl to the right. Really press through that left hand. And see if you can draw that right arm further behind you to really open and spin the chest. One more breath in. And then hand comes down. Curl the back toes under. And breathe into straight legs, flat back. And breathe out, fold. Breathing in, come all the way up. And breathing out, hands to your heart. Take that to the left. Full breath in. And a lovely long breath out as you come down over your body. Breathing into flat back, straight legs. And then stepping back with the left foot, the knee comes down. Plant your left hand down. And leading with the right elbow, come into a little twist. So really push through the left hand, really swing the chest open. Energize through to the fingertips. One more breath in. Plant the hand down, find your plank. Take a breath in here. And then either drop your knees or slowly lower yourself down, straight as a stick. On a breath in, peel your chest, roll your shoulders back. Bring your head back last. It's a little bit of a curl. Breathing out, come down. On a breath in, come to all fours. Downward dog. Looking in between your hands, stepping your left foot forwards, your right knee comes down. Plant your right hand down and take your little twist to the left. And can you feel this twist, this posture emerge from the inside out? How does it feel for you this morning? One more breath in. And then breathe out, hand down, curl under the back toes. Inhale, step lightly forwards. Exhale, fold. Palms together, inhaling. Come all the way up. And exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Take your right hand down to your belly. And just for a moment before we move to the next kind of salutation, close your eyes and ground through your feet, noticing how you feel. So opening your eyes, the next version of Sun Salutation is the Ashtanga Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. This gives us more of a chance to breathe it out in downward dog, which is really nice in the morning. So you have a choice. You could either come with your hands up like that, or today I think I'm going to open out wide. Try not to bash these paper panels again. On a breath in, breathing in and feeling uplift your arms. Maybe you're breathing Ujjayi. And as you breathe out, swan dive down, really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathing into a flat back. And then step yourself back to a plank. Those of you who like to jump your planks, that's totally up to you. Let's take an extra breath in this plank to really push the earth away, push the heels away, feel the strength. And then again, it's now up to you. Do you drop your knees, or would you like to come down straight as a stick? Peel the chest up. But this time we curl the toes under and we come straight back to a downward dog. 5 breaths. So this is an opportunity now to find the downward dog that you want. You might want to bend your knees. You want to push a lot into your hands and melt the heart. Stay with your breath. Remember, if this is all too much, you come down and do a cat-cow movement. Looking in between your hands, inhaling, and step or jump your feet forward straight to a flat back. And breathe out, fold. And on the inhale, come all the way up. Breathing in the morning. Breathing out, hands to the heart. So these really lift the spirits, lift the energy in the morning in my experience. On a breath in, lifting up high. And breathe out, fold. Really lead with the heart. And breathing in, straight legs, open heart. Neither step or jump back to your plank. So I'm going to give you another option to come down now. You could drop your knees, you could lower all the way down, or you could flip your toes over and lower yourself into an upward dog. So upward dog, we're pushing into the hands as we drop the pelvis. And then lift your heart into your throat, inhale. Curl your toes under, and whichever version you're in, exhale. Find your downward dog. 5 breaths. Try now to create space, length from the hip creases to the armpits. Staying very close to the breath. And then looking in between your hands and stepping or jumping your feet forwards. Exhale into forward fold. Breathing in, come all the way up. Breathing out, hands to the heart. I'm going to do one more Surya Namaskar A. Breathing in. And fold on the breath out. Make it about the breath. Breathing in, flat back, straight legs. Step or jump back to your plank. So you have those 3 options to choose from to come down. Might like to flip your toes, drop the pelvis. Lift your heart open and up to your throat, inhale. This isn't for anybody with any lower back problems, obviously. Whichever version you're in, curling your toes under. And finding your way back to a downward dog or a child's pose if you're finding this quite strenuous. And now take 5 breaths to fill yourself with the energy of the day. Consciously illuminating every cell of your body. And then looking in between your hands and stepping or jumping your feet forwards to a flat back. And breathe out, fold. Pressing into your feet. Breathing in, come all the way up. And take a moment, hands down to the heart. One hand to the belly. To consolidate. Feel through the feet, come back to your breath. And then meeting me at the end of your mat. On a breath in, lifting your arms up. And as you breathe out, sit back in a chair, feet are parallel, and drop your toes to the floor. And then breathing in, lift your arms up by your ears if you can. Breathe out, let's take an extra breath here. Take a breath in. And then fold all the way down. And breathe into a flat back. Step yourself back to a plank. Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B, Ashtanga style with variations. 1 breath in. Choose your way down to the mat. Breathing in, peel your chest up. Head comes back. And then breathing out, find your downward dog. Take your left heel down, so your left foot is at about 45 degrees, and step your right foot forwards, but quite far over to the right, so you're not walking a tightrope. And from the foundation through your feet, lift up, breathe in for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. And breathe out here. Really energize through the fingertips. I really like to drop the tailbone, lift the pubic bone. Take a breath in. And then on the breath out, as your arms come down, lift the back heel. Plant the hands down. Slide the front foot to plank. Take a breath in. Choose your way down to the mat. Peel the chest up on a breath in. Find your downward dog. I'm sure you're gathering heat now. And then plant the right heel down, foot at 45 degrees. And step the left foot forwards. So you're walking tram tracks. And then from the foundation, breathe in, lift up. And breathe out here. Feel the morning flooding through your ribs. Open heart. And then lifting the back heel on the breath in. Finding your plank, breathe out. Take an extra breath in. Choose your way down. Peel your chest up. And then either rest in child if you're feeling that's quite strong, or back to your downward dog for a few breaths. And then looking in between your hands and stepping your feet forwards, flat back. Inhale. And as you exhale, sit back in your chair. Push through your feet, lift your arms by your ears. Inhale. And then push all the way up. Arms down by your sides. Ooh, Surya Namaskar bees. Very energizing, very warming. So we're going to take it again, but we're going to add a variation with the arms. So breathing in, lifting up. And breathing out, sit back in your chair, fingertips to the floor. And then on a breath in, lift your arms up by your ears. And then fold. Breathe into a flat back. And either step or jump back to your plank. Take a little breath here. Choose your way down to the mat. Downward dog. So this time we plant the right heel down first and step the left foot forwards. And bring yourself up. But this time, roll the shoulders round and back, and if you can, interlace your hands. If you can't, you could hold on to your lower arms. If you are interlacing your hands, draw the hands down the tailbone, maybe a little way down the back leg to brighten the chest. You've got really strong foundation through the legs. And then take a breath in and really open the heart. And on the breath out, we pour forwards, humble warrior, down inside the left knee, bringing your arms with you. Let's take a couple of breaths here. It's so good for the thoracic part of the spine, the shoulders. One more breath in. And then as you breathe out, release your hands to your lower back. Take them around the front foot and lift the back heel. So you're in a lunge. Slide yourself back to plank. Take a breath in your plank. Choose your way down. Breathe into your choice of back bend. Downward dog. Now plant the left heel down 45 degrees and step the right foot forwards. Pushing into your feet, come up and interlace your hands behind your back or the elbows. And just slide the hands down the tailbone, down the back leg as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. And you really smile across the collarbones. Take a breath in. And on the breath out, cascade, pour yourself down inside the right knee. And take a couple of breaths here. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, drop your hands, take them around the front foot, lift the back heel into your lunge. Slide that front foot back to plank. Take a breath in. Choose your way down to the mat as you breathe out. Find a little back bend. And either rest in pose of the child or come back to your downward dog. So how is your breath right now? Your breath will be a barometer to what's going on for you. Is it smooth? Is it maybe a bit jaggedy? Can you feel your skin? And then looking in between your hands, walk, step or jump your feet forwards to a flat back. Sit back in your chair on an exhalation and float your arms up by your ears. Inhale and exhale. Push all the way up. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your arms down and take a moment. Take a moment to feel the body. And then coming to the front of your mat. And breathing in, sweeping your arms up. And breathing out, fold. And then coming to a flat back, last time. Straight legs. And come to a downward dog. And I'll leave you in this downward dog with a number of options. It's the last downward dog. You might like to stay just in a neutral downward dog with both arms straight, both legs either bent or straight. Or you might like to, I really like to in the morning, to cross one hand over the body. So I'm taking my right hand under the body to hold onto the outside of my left lower leg. And then using that as a lever to look under the left shoulder, but really pressing through the left hand. And then breathing, trying to press that left heel down. Pushing away through the left hand and drawing that sitting bone behind me. Breathe in. Then change sides. Don't feel you have to do this. It's just what I told you I was being selfish. It's what I like to do in the morning. Really spinning the chest under to the right as you push away through the right hand. Lifting the sitting bone out behind you. One more breath. And then both hands down. Dropping your knees down. And take them far apart. Big toes together. You're sitting back towards your heels, and if you can touch your forehead to the floor, go ahead. If you can't, make a little tower with your hands underneath your forehead. So the idea is that you can completely soften, completely let go. And I would let go of Ujjayi breath now. We've got a sequence on the mat, and we can explore the sequence with a more subtle, softer, intimate breath. Let go of the rasping ocean breath in the throat. Where can you soften? Where can you let go of any accumulated tension? Can you become super soft in the face? And then from here, we're going to take a heart melting pose. Again, this is not available to everybody. The important thing to begin with is that your hips are over your knees. And then you take your heart down towards the floor. Now, if you're somebody who has any restriction or pain in the shoulders, you could bring your forehead to your hands and melt in between the shoulder blades. And it's up to you to find out how far apart you need your arms. I've taken recently to gripping the sides of the mat because it gives me a bit of a pull. And then you, just as much as works for you, melt the heart down. You might well be on your forehead. You might be on your chin, or maybe your chest can plunge down towards the floor as you really open into the armpits. You melt between the shoulder blades and you keep pulling your bottom back behind you. And take a few breaths here. come out of this pose, you need to engage your abdominal muscles a little bit and gently push yourself, first of all, onto your forearms, sitting back towards your heels into rabbit pose. This may be where you want to stay. I really like this. Or maybe wrap your arms around the body, only if you can bring your forehead to the floor. You can always put a block under your head if you need to. And take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, if you'd like to join me in a seated position with your right leg extended and your left heel in towards the groin. If you are slumping in the lower back, you need to sit up on something, sit up on a block or a blanket. If this left knee is just up here, you're going to be really tense in the left hip. So it's much better to prop it up, so to let it go. And likewise, if you can't straighten this right leg, then bend it up a little bit, even place a block under it. But if your leg is straight, pull the toes towards you. And on an inhale, lift your pelvis, lift your torso up and out of your pelvis and bring it round over the right leg. Janushirshasana. And take a breath in, brighten the heart. And then breathe out, come down a little bit or a lot. So the aim of this isn't necessarily to hold your foot. The important thing is to try and release down through the hips and to breathe space into the back body. If you're clenching and you're striving to get somewhere, then you're defeating the object completely. With every exhalation, maybe melt a little bit more, really melt into the shoulders. We're going to turn this Janushirshasana into a slightly different version. So if you're holding the right foot, you can hold the left big toe. If you're not, you could hold the shin, it doesn't matter. And take your left hand to your hip. And then begin to peel the left shoulder back. So we're just taking the chest around to the left. This might already be enough for you, or maybe you'd like to lift up the left arm. Really reach up and lengthen in the side body. And bring your arm over your head. So what we're looking to avoid is the head rocking forwards. You want the head in line with the spine. Absolutely fine to have the hand behind your head. Or some people I notice like to sweep the hand behind the back. Gives more of an opening in the chest. I like to sweep the arm over my head. Some of you will be able to hold on to the right toe with the left hand. I can't do that. But the function of the pose, what we're looking to feel is this lovely opening down the left side of the body, and it's wonderful for the breath again. So maybe direct your breath into the left lung. Really feel it in the ribs. One more breath in. And breathe out, look down. And gently place both hands down. Take it easy here to come up and out. You're going to lift your right foot over the left knee. So I want you to make sure that you can feel both of your sitting bones. If you're rolling over like this, please release the left leg out in front of you. Doesn't matter, it's the same pose. We're going to come into a little twist. So whichever version you're in, sinking down through the sitting bones and taking your left elbow round the right knee and seeing if you can press down into the right foot a bit. Right hand, fingers out in front of you. And then breathe in, lift your arm to parallel. A little bit John Travolta style, breathe out and twist around to the right until maybe your hand is behind you and you can use that as a little bit of a lever. You're looking over your right shoulder. And take a couple of breaths. Wriggle around. If any of you like to bind in this pose or come into a deeper version, go ahead. We're really drawing the belly around over the thigh. Fantastic massage for our abdominal organs in the morning. Releasing the shoulders away from the ears and soften the face. One more breath in. And then as you breathe out, release forwards. And see if you can place the right knee on top of the left. So this is Gomukhasana, cow face. If your left leg is extended, that's absolutely fine. And then take a moment to melt down through the outer hips, the sitting bones. And this might be enough for you. You could stay here, or you might like to come with me and add the arms. Take a breath in. You're going to sweep your left arm over the right for Garudasana arms, or give yourself a hug. The idea of Garudasana is that your arms are parallel with the floor. And you're lifting your elbows and hands away from the face. Sliding the shoulders down the spine. Come into your experience of this pose. You could stay here, or you could, for the final part of this, come forwards. Letting go of any residual, holding on, any residual tension. So I'd love to give you much longer in this, but we're going to need to take it to the other side unless you want to practice with me for another hour. We could just do it all day, couldn't we? I'm not sure I'd mind. So we're going to extend the left leg, sole of the foot into the groin. Remember all those different ways of propping yourself up if you need to. If your left leg is straight, pull the toes towards you and lift up out of the pelvis and bring your torso round over the left leg. And take a breath in and brighten. And as you breathe out, come down only as far as is right for you. So any lower back problems, you'd definitely be bending up this knee to help the pelvis rock forwards. Are you holding tension in your shoulders? Because I am. Are you feeling stiff at the back of your ribs? Maybe you're not. And can you melt down into that right hip? And then we bring it into the side bend version, Parivrita Janushirshasana. If you can hold onto your left big toe, do. Otherwise, hold onto the leg and take your right hand to the hip. And then peeling open the right shoulder, really spin the ribs, the chest round to the right. You might stay here, or you might lift up the right arm and reach, finding length in the side body. You might come down with the arm close to the ear. You might reach to the big toe, or you might take your hand behind your head, or sweep the arm around the body to the top of, or towards the top of the left thigh. The idea is to really explore the opening in the right side of the body and to direct the breath into the right lung. Really releasing down through the right hip. One more breath in. And then as you breathe out, release your hands down. Come up very gently, very slowly, and bring your left leg with you. So remember, if you're keeling over like this, lengthen out your right leg. So we all feel down through our sitting bones. And hook the right elbow around the knee and press that foot into the floor. Left fingertips out in front of you, breathing in. And breathe out, sweep the arm behind you. Come into that little twist. You're really taking your abdominal organs to the left as well. Really release the shoulders away from the ears. And notice where you feel this twist. Where do you feel it in your body? And are you breathing? One more breath in. And then gently release back to the front so that your knees are stacked, whether or not your right leg is extended. Maybe stay here like this, rooting down. This is a very, very grounding posture. It's fantastic also for the health of the liver, gallbladder. If you, like me, are prone to bouts of irritation, anger, frustration, this is the antidote. I just don't do it enough. And then take a breath in out through your fingertips. This time you sweep the right arm over the left, either for a hug or to come into your Garudasana arms. And take a little bit of time to wriggle your way in, but slide the shoulders away from the ears. And take a while here. And you might want to stay here a bit longer or fold down over the legs. Nice to bring your palms together. And then gently coming up. Again, we could have stayed there so much longer. And for a moment, bringing your legs out and having a little bit of a rub, a little bit of a shake. And preparing yourself for your Shavasana. You probably want to lie down, a little bit like a pentacle, arms and legs away from the body. Please, please make sure you're warm enough. And I will bring you out at 8 o'clock, which is in 3 minutes' time. But I would, if you possibly can, I would, and then I'll end the meeting, but if you possibly can, I'd stay here for 10 minutes. It's really important to drop into the full experience of the aftermath of a yoga sequence. So allowing yourself to drop into the body. Noticing the floor beneath you. Sensation of the body breathing. And welcoming every thought, every emotion, every sensation into the field of your awareness. Maybe you feel the gentle pulse of life through every cell of your body. Maybe you're able to allow your attention to expand out beyond your body into the space around you, just for a few moments. Aware of the atmosphere in the room. And you're welcome to stay exactly where you are. If you are going to come out now with me, taking a few slightly deeper breaths, maybe feeling the rise and fall of your abdomen, bringing a little bit of movement into the body, a little bit of a stretch. Maybe giving yourself a hug, having a little roll around. Rolling over onto your right hand side and eventually coming up to sitting. With your eyes closed for a few moments, your hands together in front of the heart space. And just for a few final moments, being very sensitive and aware of the way that you're feeling, all the subtleties, real intimacy with the body and the breath. And just for a moment, in a way we've been doing in all of these practices, extending your awareness out to the community of yogis and yoginis today we're practicing together with, a whole bunch of you out there. I'm sending you all much love for the day. Stay grounded, breathe, and take a full breath in towards your heart space. And as you breathe out, gently bow your head, chin to your chest. And on a breath in, lift your head gently, opening your eyes when you're ready into the day. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really, really grateful.